What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Mr. Meme, and today, guys, I'm with my man Preach the Preacher. His link is in the description below. First and foremost, I want you guys to take what you're doing, stop what you're doing, and go check that out right now. Now, there's no need to have an intro regarding Black Lives Matter right now, because this whole conversation is about it. If you are interested in hearing about it, this is a whole podcast, a full hour. I'm not going to cut anything out. Now, we are addressing a lot of issues that's going on, especially with this new Rainbow Six Siege Elite Squad. Their trailer has a lot to do with their dev team, and we kind of tackled a lot of situations, a lot of problems that we see on our side, right? And these things matter, man. So there is a conclusion at the end of the video. So if you guys do want to see the conclusion, and I'm not going to spoil it now, but there is a conclusion at the end of this video. And I want you guys to actually take note and see what's going on in this industry, man. It shouldn't be in gaming, all right? Period. It should not be in gaming. We are discussing a lot. And to the viewers that did say, because I want to address this too, to the viewers that did say, oh, I escape the politics. I don't bring politics into this. I escape politics by coming to your YouTube channel, by watching your videos. Well, guess what? It's here now, okay? It's in video games. So how do you escape politics by coming back into politics when it comes to video games? So just understand that. So it's never to offend anybody, but understand we're being killed out in the streets, and we're being tortured out there, and now it's happening in video games. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to raise awareness, and you have a right cause to not accept this video or not like this video, but I want you to understand where I was coming from as a person that is of color. All right, thank you guys so much. Remember to smash the like, hit the sub if you're new to the channel. Also, again, go check out my man the Preacher. His links will be in the description, from his Twitter to his YouTube to his Facebook to his Twitch. Check him out, dope content creator. And I thank him again for doing this video with me and doing this podcast with me. All right, love you all. Peace and love. Okay, let's talk about it, y'all. All right. What's going on, man? What's going on, y'all? Let's talk about. We gotta talk about some things, man. We gotta talk about some things. Some things I ain't really feeling. Some things that I'm questioning. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, everything that's going on in the gaming industry. Especially y'all know what this is about, man. Y'all know we've had a long battle with Ubisoft on our end when it comes to a lot of stuff. How's everybody doing? First and foremost, hopefully your morning, your afternoons are great, and nothing negative is happening to you so far, and it stays that way throughout the day. So Preach. I asked my man Preach here today to talk to us also on his end on how he feeling about certain things. No problem, guys. No problem. I'm not going to talk to chat just yet. All right. On his end, basically in regards to what's going on. If you guys don't know already, we got the new Tom Clancy Elite squad. It had an intro that people are going raving about on Twitter. Now, I don't know if Preach you can show it on your end too, right?
Yeah, I can show it on my end.
All right, so we're gonna show it here, and I'll press the play button right now, so you guys can get a good understand where this conversation is going, and what we're gonna talk about today, and basically what's going on in the gaming industry. So I'm gonna start mine real quick. You guys just watch, listen, and try to understand what's going on.
Corruption and poverty have made it more unstable than ever. As the situation keeps worsening, anger is brewing. From between the cracks, a new threat has emerged to take advantage of escalating civil unrest. They are known as Umbra, a faceless organization that wants to build a new world order. They claim to promote an egalitarian utopia to gain popular support. While behind the scenes, Umbra organizes deadly terrorist attacks to generate even more chaos and weaken governments. At the cost of many innocent lives. Simultaneously, they have been hacking social media to discredit world leaders and rally people to their cause. Under immense pressure, world leaders have come together to authorize a new international cross-agency unit designed to combat Umbra. It is clear, playing by the rules will not win this fight. The leader of this unconventional squad will need to recruit elite soldiers from every corner of the world, including the criminal underworld. As commander of this unprecedented squad, we need you to put an end to Umbra's campaign of chaos. Welcome to Tom Clancy's Elite Squad.
Branded. Hold on, young fam. We're gonna talk about all of it. Don't make that excuse for anybody right now. Branded. Okay. All right. So
what up?
So you got that pretty much, right?
Yeah,
everybody got that. All right. For everybody that don't know, this is a quick little podcast, maybe an hour long, no more than that. I'm not trying to take nobody's time. We're just trying to wake y'all up on what's going on. All right. This is branded. I got it on 37 seconds. If you don't mind, please put that on 37 seconds on your thing and pause it.
All right.
So the Black Fist, we know that Black Fist is very commonly known as Black Lives Matter. We all know that. This is not a political attack on anybody. We know that this is Black Lives Matter. We know that this is a situation that's going on in our country, and we are aware of it. And as Black streamers, we have the safest job. Yet again, we don't have the safest jobs because you never know, right? Like, Priest, you've been swatted before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been swatted before. So, young fam, please stick around because I want to address some of the things you said just now. You said Ubisoft apologized about the Black Fist. We'll talk about that in a second. But I just want to just educate everybody. This Black Fist is basically Black Lives Matter, and this is what we're going through right now in a society, that we're trying to avoid police brutality. We're trying to, demolish it, defunding the police, whatever have you, all political grounds that we're trying to get on the back end. That's what's happening right now. If everybody doesn't know, that's what's going on in the U.S. If you are from overseas and you're tuning in, that's what's going on in the U.S. right now, is that a lot of Black people are dying, and people say all lives matter. It only becomes that. And that's a whole different argument in itself, but it only becomes that when you're being attacked as well. Okay, when white people are actually getting killed by police, then you can say all lives matter. When you guys have countless and countless of people getting killed, then you can say that. But until then, your lives already matter when it comes to police brutality. They're not attacking you. You're not targeted or whatever have you. And for most part, just a quick story. I was walking outside the other day, and I told the story already. And I'm walking out with my two daughters. We went to the store, and there's this one Black guy fixing his car on the side of the road. He was just like parked right outside of the Popeyes. Ironically enough, Popeyes, right? And he's sitting outside the road and he looked at me and said, "Yo, be careful, man. You got some beautiful girls." So first I'm thinking like, as a Black man, what you say? Like, I'm ready to pounce on this guy. Like, yo, what you talking about here? Don't come at me like that. Like, but then I realized, like, wait, and this happened within like the 3 seconds, because I paused before I said thank you. I'm like, I noticed this end didn't. I know this nigga didn't. Like he really didn't just say this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really ready about to hit this dude. But anyways, he's like, "What? Be careful." You know what I'm saying? So I just realized what he said, and I'm like, "Thank you," because what's going on in the world, man. And I'm walking on my two girls, and I'm pretty much defenseless. I'm not carrying anything. I'm pretty much defenseless. If anybody rolled up on me as far as law enforcement, there's nothing I could do. My kids are 5 and 4, so there's nothing they could do, right? Probably somebody come take him from the government, like, yo, and that's the situation he was trying to like draw up and try to make me understand. So that story is going on. And so basically, as a Black entertainer, a creator, whatever you want to call it, I'm technically afraid to walk out my house. You know what I'm saying? So that's on my standpoint. Priest, you got anything you want to share as far as your endeavors and you going outside and how you feel about it being a black content creator?
I mean, it's just as being a black content creator, we have to move differently, y'all. I don't think a lot of people understand that. It's like we'll get blacklisted quick as soon as we speak up about certain stuff or certain topics or say something that some people don't like. You know, we really, when it's industry, we can't really give our opinion without getting backlash. That's just the way it works and stuff like that. So even like bringing this topic up and discussing it, it's a little fear, man. It's a little fear, bro,
It's risky.
because yeah, it's very risky for our career and everything. So, and all we're trying to do is just shed light on the information. We're not trying to really cause any drama. It's we grow up just like any kind of white male, that plays video games and stuff like that, and we think it should just be about gaming, because we like playing games. For me, gaming changed my life, man. If it wasn't for me gaming, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I would be probably locked up somewhere and something like that. So I just want to play games, man, and have fun. And unfortunately, we just want that privilege to be able to, if we have an opinion, speak up about it without having any kind of backlash happen to us and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So
It's
let's
tough being a black man.
take us down with your, because we want to get to the backstory, chat, and we don't want to sugarcoat nothing for y'all. We want to get to the backstory of everything. So take us through a little bit of your history with one particular group, one particular company called Ubisoft. Ubisoft, guys, we're talking about Ubisoft today. All right. So that particular group, let's take us through that. Take us through that real quick.
All right, so I've been a streamer for about 5 or 6, I would say about close to 7 years now.
Mhm.
I've been playing Rainbow Six for probably about 5 or 6 years now since it's been released. I love the game. I love the game. Like I love all Ubisoft games, and I think they have great games and everything like that. Um, so I just want to be able to be in my creative space and be able to create the content I want. Yes, I do get wow when I game and stuff like that, but that's who I am, man. Like that's if I had homeboys over the house, that's how we game. We talk trash, we roast each other, and it's some people coming into the room, they might consider it to be toxic, but that's how we get down when we game and stuff like that. A lot of people don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, when it comes to streaming on Twitch, Twitch does allow freedom of expression and things like that. But when it comes to uh, it, when it comes to like Rainbow Six's community, because I've been a part of the Rainbow Six community, they have a very, very, very racist community.
Mm.
So for the longest period of time, I just kept grinding and kept doing me. Ignore all the racism as much as I could, and just try to like let them act a fool and just focus on me gaming and having fun. But I think that bothered some people where they didn't like that. They didn't. I don't know what it was. Honestly, I just wanted to succeed and do what I need to do in the community and be there for playing the game. And I did get targeted banned by the Rainbow Six staff and on multiple consoles.
Mm.
And I don't believe that happened to anybody else in their community. I don't think they did that to anybody else in their community or just treat anybody. I felt like how I felt, after putting my years and time into Rainbow Six, I feel like they try to run me out of their community. And, I'll be honest, bro. If you don't want me around, I just respect it, shake my head, and be like, dang, I just wanted to share my passion with you guys. So I understand. I just move on and keep grinding and stuff like that. As far as Ubisoft goes, I don't really have a problem with Ubisoft. You know what I'm saying? I just it's the whoever's in charge or whoever's pushing the buttons at the top end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the problem is with me. Listen, I'm just trying to make content, trying to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's pretty much it. I mean, unfortunately there's not a lot of black content creators in the Rainbow Six community. I wish there was more because I just wish there was more. Someone. I wish I had someone to talk to when shit like this happens. And it's a blessing that I'm able to talk to you now because you're well known, Mr. Meme, in the Division community.
Yeah.
So we both share similar passion and similar interests when it comes to like Ubisoft games.
Yeah. Yeah. So we not going to get into too much details because I don't want to. See, I have videos here that I want to show y'all, but I'm not going to. I'm sure Preach has a bunch of clips that people that play Siege, they, and I'm talking about white content creators, I'm talking about, you know, like the King Georges, right? I've heard so many things come out their mouths that are just negligent, that are just disgusting. Yet they still have their platforms. They have charms. They're like, and I always said to myself, like, yo, Preach deserves a charm in Rainbow Six Siege, right? He creates content for it. He streams every damn day for it. And guys in chat, I am acknowledging you guys. Don't think I'm ignoring you guys. And same on Preach side, we are acknowledging you guys. Just know we're talking about something serious right now, so we want to get through the points as quickly as possible. And please don't be afraid or shy to write your opinions as well, because like what Alex on your side said, he said Wings of Redemption called you the most toxic person in Siege. Apparently Wings did not see who King Georges, who's Adam is, who what's this guy, the announcer guy is, what's his name, the one Ataru, what's his name, Nataro, what's his name, Intero. Oh my god, the guy's the most toxic I've ever heard. I've heard so many people, the toxicity behind that, and I have videos here right now posted. Like these two top videos here are Division's End. Like this is all Ubisoft, guys. So you got to understand, we're talking about Ubisoft games. We're not talking about COD, right? We're not talking about anything specific. Even if it's diplomatic and it's like in a government sense, some of the games they try to recreate the war. They try to recreate such and such. But when it comes to Division, Tom Clancy, Siege, all that, they're not recreating anything, but they're coming up with ideas. So that's why people like me, people like Preach, we gravitate towards those games because of that. And Tuco, that's another point. With purchasing Ubisoft games, I'm gonna talk about that in a second. We gravitate towards those type of games, the realism of it, and it's ironic how they're allowing, because I've had a few racial encounters, man. When it comes to Division 1. I've been called the N-word. I don't even know. I have 10 fingers, 10 toes. I don't know how to count that high as far as how many times I've been called the N-word, man. Yeah. And when it comes to Division 2, this one guy, I think we got a video of him and he went crazy. I'll send you this video if you want to show it. Preach. It's a funny video because I didn't overreact on towards it, but it was like this was one of the reasons why I stopped playing Dark Zone. I stopped going into PvP. And yeah, you may say, yo, turn your VoIP off, turn it off. But that's an option, man. That's an option that we have to use, especially like in Siege. You need communication. So you need to talk to people. You need to be able to communicate with them. You don't want to always invite them to Discord or sometimes they're on console. So you want that option to talk to them with a mic. But when something goes wrong, the automatic thing is and this and that, F you, and it's like, bro, we're playing a video game, and then people take this video game out of, I've been mad before on video games, and that's because I compete. I've never.
I think people don't understand is like when we be playing video games, we be trying to escape reality, like we trying to get as far away from them as possible. Mm-hmm. So like, when we get in a game, we don't expect to be called N-word this, N-word that, and everything like that. If we having a conversation with you and in conversation with you, if we talking trash back to each other, we roasting, joking, everything like that, it's cool. It will never get racist. When it gets when racism starts to come into the play of things, it messes up the whole environment. Because this is something for me as a black man, is I'm trying to escape. I'm trying to escape because I'm like, okay, I got freedom in the game. I can create a white avatar. I can create a female avatar. I can be whatever avatar I want. If I decide I don't want to be in my black skin, let me just say it like that. Mm-hmm. But the fact of the matter is, as soon as they hear your voice, they're like, oh, you're an N-word. And it's like, well, why do I have to be that, man? I just want to play the game. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yep.
That's very true. And you know what? And that's another point that we're gonna also talk about. And it's not necessarily boycotting, but me personally, I do not play Ubisoft games anymore. And it's not only because of racism. It's not only because of. It's just the incompetence of devs. It's incompetence of of how they treat their player base, right? We seen Division go on a downhill fall, and I'm imploring, especially like my black content creators, to stop playing that video game. You know what I'm saying? If you don't care about the racial side of things, don't worry about it. But if you got people calling you N words and this and that in a video game, and can't get past the color of your skin, then delete that. You know what I'm saying? So somebody made a good point here, and I wanted to just really tackle that real quick. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is one thing, right? So the problem is like for me, I don't like when someone says something racist to me, like racial slur.
Mm.
My brain has to process that, and I have to say, okay, how do I choose to react to this? Do I not say anything, right, or do I say something? And the problem with certain people is like not everybody acts the same way. You know, when someone says a racial slur to me, listen, I'm at your head because I feel like I love my blackness and I have to defend that every single day. You know what I'm saying? And but it shouldn't be like that when you're just playing games.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is, you know. And some people, you know, it's like kind of like the Malcolm X, Martin Luther King thing. It's like some people say, well, you know, just ignore it, it'll go away. It doesn't go away, bro. It does not go away. We've been ignoring this for years. You know, growing up as a kid playing video games, I've been ignoring this stuff for years.
Okay,
guys. It doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. It just stays, and unless we defend ourselves, like we have to defend ourselves in gaming. If we don't defend ourselves, then nothing happens.
Nothing changes. Okay? Nothing changes at all. And about this Elite Squad video, okay. Now, I don't know if you're still here. Got the name. I think it's Young. Somebody's name Young, but Young Fam. I don't know if you're still here. If you are, please just type a 1 real quick in chat so I know you're here and you're in attendance. If you're not, it's whatever. But I do want to address this. Young Fam said that they already apologized. Ubisoft has apologized about it. Okay. You know how, all right, Young Fam, you're here. Okay, great. You know how when you say, oh, I'm sorry for something, it's like, what are you going to do to change that? You know what I'm saying? That's the question we have. So who's the person that's accountable for making this intro? That's what the people really want. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's killing somebody in the street as a cop killer, or a person a cop killing a person, a pedestrian in the street that's black, we want justice for that person, right? You understand what I'm saying? So that cop needs to get fired, needs to go to jail, whatever the repercussions are. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, has something been done? Does anybody know of a statement out there? Because I've been looking high and low to see, okay, well, such and such has done this, and we have fired the person responsible for this. Was there anything like that? You know what I'm saying?
I think like the biggest question is like, this doesn't belong in video games, period. Like, seriously, this should not be happening. You know, the problem is like my son's 7. My son will probably 9 times out of 10 download this game. And then he sees the symbolism of a black fist and then automatically says, that's the bad guy.
That's the bad guy. Exactly.
And for me as a father, I'm like, what, you don't know what your sons like are downloading or playing and stuff like that. And I have to be like, what the hell? Who would be sick in their mind to even try to promote this when in America right now we are trying to get people to understand that black fist it's not just a black fist, it's a white fist. We're just standing together and everything like that. And it's just sickening. It's sickening, bro. And that's why for me it's like when it comes to Ubisoft, it's like I gotta take the gloves off, bro. I gotta take the gloves off and call it what it is, because this should not be happening in gaming, period. And there's no just, oh, we're sorry, apologize. It was confusion. No, this is like warfare here. You know what I'm saying? You are in my house with this, pushing this propaganda to my kids. There's no just you just gonna walk away and say sorry. It's like no, someone has to be responsible. Someone has to be punished.
Yep.
And to me as how angry I am, bro, I feel like Ubisoft should be banned from making games in the United States altogether for this statement.
100%.
Because you do not do this.
100%.
This is just cruel. It's cruel. So I feel like you just cannot just walk away and just put out a half-assed apology or anything like that. Like you got to know if you're going to sell games in the United States of America, you have to know our issues. You have to know what we're going through and what we're fighting for, and then this cannot be happening. Period.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
And Bombardier just said their apology. They didn't acknowledge the overall issue is much deeper than just the Black Fist, and it is.
Yeah.
This Umbra group. You were talking about it earlier. So now this is the education part, guys. A lot of you guys don't know. So Preach does his research a lot on certain things. Umbra is technically a group that infiltrated the Black Lives Matter movement, but it's not named Umbra. Obviously, it's a different name. They didn't use the exact name that infiltrated, but in recent protests out there that's going on now. And Young Fam, I'm gonna acknowledge that as well, because you're saying that issues right now 10 years ago this would have been overlooked. That's not 100% true, because you name any video game that has had a racial discrimination behind it, you can't name one right now. You can't tell me which video game that was that you were playing that was like, yo, this is a racist ass game. I don't know. It was no Kunta Kinte video games, nothing like that out there, right? So you can't tell me that. You can't tell me there was something out there that was like, yo, this is obviously racism right here. It's happening now, because this is happening now and being looked at now because you said Mafia 3.
I would say, and then for Mafia 3 was actually elaborating on history. It was educating people.
That's
so
different.
It's totally two different things. I feel like Mafia 3, yes, you walk down the street and you get called an N-word. Well, guess what? Some white people need to see what it's like.
This is a whole concept. This is what's happening right now. This is a whole concept behind what's going on in today's day. Like literally, Black Fist. That's Black Lives Matter. You know, that's without a doubt. You know what that is. You know what I'm saying?
And then you can look at the word Umbra. Right?
Yeah.
We talked about that. You can look at the word Umbra. The word Umbra, if anyone doesn't know what the word Umbra means, it's a shadow of darkness. That's when light is put on it, it's like a shadow. The dark spot is the shadow, and it's that's Umbra. Okay, so this is deeper than that. Okay, this is deeper than that. All right, so people have to realize it's like they really. So whoever put this together, they thought about this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they thought about the message being given off as well. So it's just very distasteful. It's sad. We shouldn't be. What I'm saying is we should not be here. Gaming should be about gaming.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
And it should not be like this.
If you're not retelling history, if you're not telling a story behind the history, don't bring it in that field. You know what I'm saying? Because it offends people. It's like imagine if you're you're gay, right? And a game comes out and is promoting against anti-gay, right? It's like that's offensive. It's offensive in any way, shape, or form. You can't do that and be sensitive on one side but not sensitive on the other. We all are human beings. If I breathe the same air you breathe, guess what? There's nothing that changes. I have the same opportunities. So of course I do say, oh, we grew up in a different time and we grew up, but I know that I had the same opportunities that other people have. I made out the hood like everybody else could have made out the hood. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have help just like other people don't have help. So certain people that are going past that, past the situations, past the stairs, past all the racism, those are the people that are making it out the hood. Those are the people that are thinking outside the box. However, you don't have that. Then you got people that are just being advertised this type of junk, and we're taking it and saying it's okay because they apologize about it. No, I want to know who did it, who actually did it. And if you don't want to name that person, you could easily just say we've terminated this person from our staff. We've gotten rid of the person because that's the way they're thinking. You understand? That person is thinking in a racial manner. Period. Mm-hmm. You can't change that person's train of thought. How many times have we said we want to change racism? We want to change people's ideology of black people versus white versus Hispanic versus Chinese. How many times have we said that we want to get rid of that? But then you got the same little motherfuckers, little kids that grow up learning from each other, I guess. I don't know, but I think it starts from the home. But learning from each other and being racist is cool. Like being a bully is cool. Yet those are the same kids that if it was a white kid being bullied in school, it'd be like, yo, stop bullying. That's not cool. But that's the same little motherfucker that's going to shout out the N-word in a video game when he gets home at night because little Timmy didn't get his breakfast or his dinner. because he was being bad or some shit like that. And that's the fucked up part about it. You know what I'm saying? It's because, man, you gotta take responsibility for your actions, and then you don't want to do that, and then you just want to like be. You can't have your cake and eat it too, man. Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna be for real. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I'm scared as shit to even be talking about this.
Yeah, my
Like,
my
and that's
daughters,
just that part.
my
Like,
daughters go out and hug white people, literally, and I'm like, baby, you can't do that because it's coronavirus season. Like, that's what I'm telling them. I'm not telling them because they're white, black or white. It don't matter. They actually, like 2 days ago, like when I went for the walk, they hugging people in the street, like, hi, you know, and being so nice. And that's what my kids learn, because I'm not doing that to them. Oh no, get away from them. They're white. No, I don't do that. It is taught. Racism is taught. You're right. 100%. 100%.
and like I was saying, I was just talking about this, y'all. It's like we put our career and everything on the line just to bring it up, and you know, and have to deal with the backlash, after it happens and stuff like that. But I think a lot of people. So I hear people saying that, like, oh wait, I don't see what's wrong. They said they're removing the black fist, and like, back to that topic again, and stuff like that. It's like, if history repeats itself, and what I mean by that is it's always been in history to decriminalize black people, to make black people feel like they hate their skin, not love their skin, and things like that. As far as even with the Black Panthers, the Black Panthers were doing things for the community, and they made it look like the Black Panthers were actually a terrorist organization. And this is like I said, this is history repeating itself. It's to taking that black fist and in turn putting a negative context on it, so people look at it in the negative light. And like I said earlier, it might not be you that play the game, right? It might be a little kid, maybe it might be a little white kid that plays the game, and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and then he sees that symbol, right? And then he's like, okay, those are the bad guys. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's deeper than that, and it's not just about, and like I said, it's not just about black people. It's about everybody as people. It's like this symbol of this black symbol is a symbol of power and strength. Us holding together, standing for one, and it's rather white, black, brown, everything, just standing together and saying, hey, look, people are people and deserve to be treated equal. And this narrative that they're pushing in this game is not pushing that. It's pushing a totally opposite narrative. It is saying that, hey, these are the bad guys. We got some of the top elite soldiers from around the world. We have Sam Fisher, Nomad from Ghost Recon, and they're coming to take down this Black Fist group. All right, it's deeper than that, y'all.
Way deeper, and we're not gonna get on the Black Panther thing, because think about shit. think about this, man. Yo, the guy that, how many times you heard, the guy that played Black Panther is dead. How do you associate that? You know what I'm saying? Nobody even knows his name. Some people don't know his name. Yeah. Some people that came in stream, the guy that played Black Panther died, yo. You gotta look at it like come on, man.
Looking at like they looking like they just killed another black hero.
Yeah,
they lost Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Hey, if we took down Black Panther,
we took down Black Panther, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they say cancer, but we know cancer is, and I hate to say this live, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Cancer is not hereditary. It's something you get off of stuff you eat. Off of, like, just Google it, man. You'll see cancer, and of course there's a cure out there. Of course there's cures. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we can't talk about that stuff. That type of stuff will get you, get you assassinated. Yeah, that's too deep. I'm gonna chill out. That's too deep. Yeah. Anyways, back to this video game stuff, man. This stuff needs to end right now, and we need to know. Like I said, I don't think it's okay to. So back to Young. What you were saying, I don't think it's okay to accept their apology and say this, oh well, we're sorry and they're not even sorry for the actual message behind it. They're just sorry for the fist, as Bombardier said.
And in June they put out a statement. I think it was a statement that they said that they donated all this money to Black Lives Matter, and the NCAAP and all this stuff like that, and then it's like, oh, so you did that, and then you came back with the black fist as a negative
Mm-hmm.
content.
And of course we gotta have proof of that. So, and we gotta get that type of information out there. Like, personally, I like to see receipts. I don't care about nothing. Like, if something's going to a good cause, we did a cancer. Shout out to my man Beast, because we did a cancer. He had to pay for his treatment, and we raised the $2,000 that he had to pay. So we raised it in literally less than 2 hours, excuse me, while we were doing the raid on Division. And that was the last time I think we played the Division, actually, to raise that money for him, and we got it. And his cancer treatment is going very well, because he's getting the pristine cancer treatment. You know what I'm saying? So he's getting the top notch cancer treatment. So y'all may have just saved a life. So I really do want to shout all y'all out that did contribute that day. So what we're trying to do is investigate
as well. The post they posted in June, where he said, we stand in solidarity with black team members, players, and players' black community. We're making $100,000 contribution to the NAACP, and Black Lives Matter. Encourage those who are able to and donate. And then once again, they put hashtag Black Lives Matter and showed the fist. So someone, I don't know what's going on here.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. The person that was making, and mind you, Preach made a good point. This is why I said, Preach, I wanted you to like hold it for the podcast, because I would forget. But you made a good point. I'm trying to remember our conversation. You made a good point when you said that who's playing these video games, and this is a mobile game. This is a mobile game. How many little white kids have an actual phone? Mm-hmm. How many kids that are white have a phone? How many kids that are black have a phone? How do you think racism starts, bro? Millions of kids have a phone. So imagine this. Oh, Elite Task Force. They put so much behind this mobile game as far as marketing. Elite Task Force, we're trying to eliminate, and then they put the fist up. And then now it's like, whoa, what did Timmy just learn today?
Yeah. Timmy learned that black people are bad.
Yeah. What did Timmy just learn from a video game? And it's subliminals, man. It's just all subliminals. And yeah, how many parents? Yo, I don't even know what my kids watch, and they're 5 and 4. My wife is on that shit. You know what I'm saying? She's on it. Like, yo, what you watching? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you watch on your tablet? Because if it's like a half naked man dancing and stuff like that, but it's in the kids thing, she's not gonna allow that. But if it's like cartoons, and the cartoons have messages in it, you know what I'm saying? So it's so much things behind it that is teaching these kids stuff. And you got a phone. I got a phone right here, man. I got another phone somewhere in my closet. My kids keep taking my wife's phone. Imagine my kids playing you know what I'm saying, and understanding the message behind it, man. It's all embedded. It's all being shown. So what I'm calling for really, and this is my action plan, is Ubisoft, y'all gotta fire the person who said give the go ahead, who didn't I think pre-stream just went out.
Yeah, it's my internet. It's all right.
All right, so Preach is coming back in a second, y'all. And we are doing squad stream right now, so y'all can press the button and see both of our perspectives on what he has on his screen, what I have on my screen, and all that, and what he's saying. But I think the voice should come through as is. So imagine that, man. So what we want, my action plan, man, is this for me personally, and I don't care who. No, it's a squad stream, Najee. You don't have to put bros. That's because he's partnered. I'm partnered. You can just press a button. What I want to happen, man, what I actually want to happen is for this person who I don't care how high up this person is, they did not review this. They did not take into account what's going on in today's world. Yet you just put a statement that you're gonna donate some money. So obviously, there's something behind it that you're not telling us, and we need to know if that person got fired before I start even talking about playing video games again for Ubisoft.
To talk about this statement. Go back on the statement. This statement was posted after the George Floyd incident happened. This is right after that. After all the companies, all the video game companies, they followed suit. They just posted, the black background and then typed some text over it, and they were saying basically how they felt about black issues. And And like I said, Ubisoft says here they donated 100,000 to the NAACP and Black Lives Matters, and encourage those who are able to do it. And then, like I said, the issue here is they once again. So I don't know what's going on here because they place a hashtag Black Lives Matter, and then you get the black fist, right? So that so they know what that means, right? That's clearly saying.
Yeah. Hold on, please. I can't hear you. All right, it should be able to hear you now.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's like, I think the damage is done to me. That's the way I look at it. I feel like the damage is done. Like, to me as a black man in America, I'm like, bro, like you don't know what it's like. And for you to speak up on any kind of black issues is a slap in the face. When you clearly took our symbol, and then use it in a negative connotation.
Now, like, I haven't seen this video because I want to get to your point, and I haven't seen this video, and you sent me this video. Okay, I have not seen this video, chat. I'm literally assuming here. I can guarantee you that nobody on this Elite Squad studio producers, not one person is black. And if it is, he's not in the forefront talking. Okay, so he doesn't really have a stance. So I'm going to play this video for you guys. And I guarantee you, I have not seen it at all. All right, so I'm not, I swear to God, I have not seen it. And I guarantee you, first person I'm going to see is a white guy, white girl, something like that, in that order. All right, so you'll see. Just watch, guys. Just watch. Boom. What? A white guy walking down the hall. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, man. White guy editing. White girl editing. I have not seen this, chat.
I think they did have a black character in Elite Squad, though.
Not character. I'm talking about a black.
I know. There's no black designers, so and
maybe this guy in the back right here. I can't really see his face.
Well,
I don't know. I can't see his face. He looks like he might be like Hindu. Maybe I really can't. Let me see. Maybe you can clear it up. I don't know. All right.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
There's no black guy here. There's nobody. This is all white people.
But so here's the thing, and this is why diversity is so important, right? When you have diversity on your development team, someone would have caught that. You know what I'm saying? Someone would have caught that before the game came out. And the fact that you don't have diversity is things like this may slip through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? So I think diversity is important for, any video game studios.
Looks Jewish. Yeah, it's very important, bro. It's very important. This shows this is the reason. This is the reason behind it.
Yeah.
This is the reason behind it. And now let's say one of these people, and I'm not saying it's any of them. One of these people are responsible for saying, let's put the fist up, guys, and let's make it that. Let's make it, because it's not the trailer. It's literally done by the same exact squad. It's not like a whole different team came in to make the trailer. Maybe a different designer came in to make the trailer, but the team gave them the idea. The team said, listen, this is what we want to put in the actual trailer, blah, 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 blah. And that's if that was the case. But one of these guys made the trailer. Which one of these human beings are responsible and needs to be fired? And which one gave the go-ahead needs to be fired? Like Bombardier said, it has to be attacked at the top as well. It's not just the bottom. So this is what I'm saying. This is exactly the problem. So I need to see that type of change before I start playing a Ubisoft game. You know what I'm saying? I cannot, and that's me personally, guys. I'm not at all advertising to boycott. You do what you want. But just know if they say this. If you're not saying anything about it, then you're part of the problem. This is exactly what I'm saying right now. If you're not doing anything about it on your end, you're a part of the problem. If you're still purchasing DLCs, you're still purchasing new content, new games, everything, then you're a part of the problem. If you're purchasing the next alpha pack, whatever it is, I don't know what it is on Siege anymore, alpha packs and stuff like that, you're a part of the problem. You're playing in new events, you're part of the problem. Okay, no matter what you say, you're a part of the problem.
Yeah, I say, for me, it's a boycott. It's we're not tolerating this shit, and if you care about black issues, then let's get you in the black community. And because you're not gonna drop a statement saying that, hey, we gave 200,000 now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see you actually a part of the black community. And then what I mean by that is, like, here's something simple that Ubisoft could do, right? They could, number one, incorporate more black people into esports as far as, black players. They could also do things like, hey, do stuff for the black community, like a community events, you know what I'm saying, like at stadiums, arenas around the world, to go and bring their games and show off their games and stuff like that to the community, and getting involved in those communities, urban communities and things like that. But you can't tell me you care about black issues and then you represent us in a negative light. So there's more that you have to do. There's more. So and then, like, maybe you guys, that's what they might need to do, is actually team up with the NCP and let them educate your staff on black issues, mass incarceration, different things that are going on in the black community. So stuff like this doesn't happen. So your staff members that are working on video games understand if they're going to sell games in the United States, you have to understand the issues. All right, it's just the way it works, man. You got to understand the issues so you don't realize that you don't put out stuff that it just offends people in a big major way. You know what I'm saying? So there's, like I said, the biggest thing that aggravates me is we try so hard as black people to just be equal. You know what I'm saying? To shed light on, Black Panther, Black Lives Matter, and all that stuff in a positive light. And it's stuff like this that hurts the calling and the push of what we're trying to do. It's terrible. So I think it's a boycott for now. For me, I can't play any games, any products, and because the sad part is being a black kid that grew up playing Ubisoft games, from original Rainbow Six, Black Arrow, and all other games, Ghost Recon and things like that. And to now, in this period of my life, having to say, I have to boycott you guys because of this, like, and then this is someone's decision. Like, someone made this stupid decision. It's like, you guys never made this type of decisions before, and you guys never made this type of decision before. Why is it happening now? And we need to find out what the problem is and correct it as soon as possible. Like, as soon as possible. And it should never happen again. And if, like I said, if any other video game companies want to try some bullshit, hey, we're letting you know, we're straight up, it's not gonna fly. Like,
and I've heard people say, Call of Duty and stuff like that. I've heard people say certain games where, like, Call of Duty is all history. They're trying to recreate history, I guess. I don't know why they're doing that, but that's the way they've gone in regards to it. But they're not implementing so much race, right? And it's weird because I've seen video games that have been punished for advertising anti-gay. And I mean, when I say punish, preach, I mean punished. But it's like everything when it comes to like even like remember that thing happened with H&M. I don't know if anybody knows H&M is a store, but H&M when they had like a black kid, they started doing something racial. It was something racist, but it wasn't even outlandish. You got that?
I definitely got that.
All right, it wasn't even outlandish in the not only black community but in the world, right? So they put the ape. I think it was like an ape on a kid or something like that. I forgot what it was.
It was pretty bad, man.
It was really bad. Like they advertised a kid with the monkey or something like that on his chest.
I gotta pull it up.
And he was black.
Yeah,
the monkey.
Kid,
yeah.
And on his, they decided to put him in a hoodie.
A
and say the coolest monkey in the jungle.
The coolest monkey in the jungle was the title of the actual shirt. Okay.
Yeah.
If y'all look at Preacher's stream right now, he has it pulled up. There it is. Yep, I see it now. Featuring a black child. You understand what I'm saying? People were outraged with that, but yet you know what's crazy? That month that people were saying boycott H&M. That's the most money they made ever. You see what I'm saying? So, but if it was like advertised against gays, if it was advertised against Asians, yo, I guarantee you nobody would shop there. So what is it that makes people still support a racist company? I have never shopped in H&M. I think I bought a belt there a while ago on one of my first interviews when I was like 17. That was it.
Too tight for me.
That was it. I think I bought a belt because I needed a belt, and I was in Manhattan and I had to buy a belt, and I was like, all right, H&M's right here. Bought a belt, and that was it. I've never shopped at H&M. I just don't like their clothes, anyways. But yeah. How do you still support that? So that's the most money they've made that month when it came to that because of the negative feedback.
Yeah.
You saying they did this for ratings? No, I'm not saying they did this for ratings. I'm not saying anybody did anything for ratings. But I'm saying though, like how is it one side of the spectrum and not the other? So how are we upset about it? You know?
What if this hoodie would have slipped through the cracks, right? And we would have seen it in music videos everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous. And
all they did was get rid of the hoodie. But they made so much money from everything. They didn't donate the money, the proceedings for this mistake. The proceedings that they made from this catalog, whatever clothing was in this catalog, you should have donated that money to something of good cost, something of great cost.
I think Diddy wound up, Puff Daddy actually wound up putting the kid in the contract and getting him to, or something like that, with Sean John or something like that.
Oh, nice. Well. Nice. So. I see, but that's our own doing good for our own, and we don't have enough of our own, right? Of success, right? It's crazy, so man.
Here's another thing: we don't own our own games. Yeah. So if we wanted to share people if we wanted to share black people in a good light, we don't even have our own video game studios. There's no black video game studios that can develop black games or anything like that. You know, there are some in the workings and things like that, but currently right now there's no one to do that. And it would be nice for a video game studio to actually touch on that and that. But we cannot Ubisoft as far as decriminalizing, trying to show imagery decriminalizing black people or blackface. It's just not gonna fly.
It's not happening. And you know what's crazy? Yes, the parents were okay with it, but it's not only it's what I'm trying to say. It's a global disease. It's not only white people, it's black people too. Like some of us are not educated enough to say, yo, I can't agree with this. Some of us are just literally like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Like and then that one bad apple that's saying I don't see nothing wrong with it makes the white guy, the Asian guy, the Hispanic guy, whoever on the other side of the spectrum say, oh, okay, he's okay with it. They should all be okay with it. No, it's not like that. They don't speak for me. Not everybody speaks for me. You understand what I'm saying? There's certain things I don't agree with, and there's certain things I do agree with. But this I definitely don't agree with. And I told Priest yesterday, I said, yo, I'm a blast the shit out of Ubisoft for this. And you know what? I'm not even doing as bad as I thought I would be doing as far as like blasting them. Cause y'all know me and Ubisoft, we don't get along. We do not get along at all. And I don't, they've never invited me anywhere. And so Priest, you've gotten invitations places and stuff like that. I've never gotten invitations nowhere. And I'm happy about it.
To dive into that, man, and to dive into that, you know, and I might not never invite my ass nowhere again no more. But I'm cool with that. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? I gotta save up for a plane ticket next time. But the issue is, when I actually got invited to be a Ubisoft star player, right? And I thought this was very interesting. I got invited to be a Ubisoft star player,
Mm-hmm.
and for one time in Ubisoft, I actually seen someone that looked like me, bro.
Mm.
And it was I forgot his name. I don't can bring his name up and everything like that. But
Yeah.
he looked like me, and I felt like I belonged. And then when I started getting more around the Ubisoft staff, I realized that was like probably the only person. And then I started to feel discouraged in a way because
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like it felt good. And it's not, and like what I mean by that, y'all, it's y'all listen, it's all about like someone that knows what your struggle is. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? There's not too many in this industry, I'm gonna just say it, this industry is dominated by like a lot of white gamers.
Yep.
And there's nothing
Yep.
wrong with that. I
Yeah.
love white people, but I'm just saying it's like, so when you actually see someone that looks like you, and that you be like, you go up to him like, hey man, what up? And then he be like, yo, what up? And it's like, dang, like you're doing good, man. You made it. That's how he looked at me, and I looked at him as like, yo, you work for Ubisoft? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fucking
It's crazy.
amazing.
That's crazy.
So, and that event, and I think Ubisoft invited me to that event, and it was awesome to kind of see the thing. But then what happened is when they were actually talking negative about me when it comes to Rainbow Six,
Mm.
everybody was like, I didn't deserve to be a star player. And I'm
Mm.
like, so all of a sudden I don't deserve it. And I'm like, and they didn't understand the player program. Star player program was about people that were passionate about the game. It had nothing to do about
Mm-hmm.
how good you are in the game or anything like that. But once again, I found myself in the same position like I've always been my whole entire life, trying to tell people why I should be where I'm at. And that's the black struggle, what people don't understand that we go through on a regular basis. And it was terrible, man. People were like, he doesn't deserve to be a Ubisoft star player. Why'd y'all pick him? And da 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 da. And I'm just like, yo, I just love games, man. I just want to love playing games and play games, and that's it. Why does it have to be so much other stuff? Like, oh, you're not good enough. And it's like, why do I have to
That's
prove myself
crazy.
30 times more than a white person? And then a white person, then it's just crazy. They don't do that with everybody else. And it's just sad, man. This industry, hopefully it gets better. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think we're moving. They're definitely moving in the right direction. It's just stuff like this. We can't have this stuff happen. So when it comes to Ubisoft, like I said, back to the statement coming to Ubisoft, it's like, listen, we don't know why it happened. It can't happen. It's not okay. I love who I am. I will continue loving who I am. Well, you know why? Because I cannot change who I am.
Yep.
Okay?
Exactly. We can't
So
change our colors, y'all. We
yeah.
cannot. We cannot.
And if you and we all we want to do is be accepted, respected, and appreciated. That's it. And you don't have to give us any kind of money or anything like that. We just
Yeah.
want to be respected and be able to be in the same limelight as other people, and shed our light and share our light with other people and our passion. So
We need diversity, guys. He said that there's a black in Japan. There's a first only black studio there. So in Japan, there's we have to go outside the country to get a first black studio. That's crazy. Do they have any games that are already out? That's the question.
and then Ubisoft could do. I mean, I think Ubisoft could do a lot of stuff. I mean, they could definitely look for and this is not just filling in the gaps. And what I mean by that is just you don't just grab minorities and fill them in and say, hey, hey, listen, now we're black, y'all. We're black now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing like that. We I believe there's a lot of creative the video game designers that just don't have the opportunity or don't know how to get into the industry like the way they do. And I think they should be able to do something like that so they can make sure that they get proper representation. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ubisoft, your games would do more better if you had more diversity. And what I mean by diversity is have more diversity of staff. Your games would do a lot better. You know why? Because you have people from different walks of life. They can share experiences with you. They can dive deep into your stories and make your stories really unique. So a person like me says, "Oh, I can relate to that." You know what I'm saying? When you don't have diversity, then we only tell the story from one side. All right. That's why, and like Mr. Ming was saying, diversity is so much important because it speaks for all of us. Even when it comes to women,
Mm-hmm.
men, and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, LGBT and everything. Like that's why you have to tell stories from everybody's perspective, and you have to have a staff that can tell the story from everybody's perspective, not just one. All right.
So on that note, man, I'm not gonna hold you no more. I appreciate this for you doing this, man. With me.
No problem.
I feel like we tackled basically, if anything, more than 90% of the topics. I do want to talk about Chadwick Boseman, but I'm not going to.
Listen, if we come up missing, y'all.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about that right now, because if I do, I feel like I will be targeted. But again, with Ubisoft, man, do better. I'm gonna literally post this video the way you guys see it. Ubisoft needs to do better, and by you guys being our viewers and being gamers as well, and we all pretty much like the same games: Siege, Division, Ghost Recon. You know, all these games that are Ubisoft funded. We need to stand together on this one, man. I'm sorry. You got to band together. You know, you got to band together and actually make a difference. Dope. I'm gonna check it out, Dope. So Dope sent me if you guys want to see this also, it will be linked in the description below. Every link that you guys posted, I'm gonna try to put it in this video, so you guys will see the links in the descriptions. So Dope said 7 games from Black developers that you guys do want to try out. If you want to see some, I'm gonna definitely promote that. I'm gonna post this just as is. Yeah, he said 7 games from Black developers. That's nice. All right,
That's amazing.
That's dope. I appreciate that. So yeah, guys, please take action, man. It starts at home first and foremost. It starts with what you're teaching your kids. It starts with and I don't want to see nothing in the comment section. Oh, stop being political. Listen, if you keep racism out of video games, I'll stop talking about it like this. Literally, I won't have nothing to complain about. I haven't complained about anything in a while, but then Ubisoft strikes again. All right, so at the end of the day, I'm going to talk about shit that affects me personally, because the people that watch me, I want them to know that it's not okay to be okay with this shit. And you got to understand that if you watch me, man, you support me. I don't want you to agree with me 100%. You don't have to. You don't have to. If you don't see nothing wrong with it, that's your prerogative. We could still be cool, but understand when shit goes down, I know I can't count on you. You know what I'm saying? I know that this is wrong, and you should know that we all have. Pretty much, I'm saying to the common viewers, you have common sense like I have common sense. You know how I feel about certain things. I know how you feel about certain things, because we're open-ended books here. So most people, I think, if we have 32 people that are actual supporters, 20 people that are actually supporters, I know the 20 people that are agreeing with me right now, period. You know, because 20 people have spoken on this matter right now. But then there's people that are lurking that probably don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate your lurk. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by it. But understand that this is a problem at the end of the day, man.
And what he's saying is pretty much like, y'all, we as black men in the industry have to speak up about this. That's all he's saying.
Nobody else is.
No one else will, because a lot of people won't speak up about this because they're afraid of getting blacklisted. All right, so if we have to, and we're just the bad apples in the pond, it's cool. We'll speak up about it, because at the end of the day, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? And some people might not see it the way we see it. We're not trying to change your perspective, because you're always going to see it with the things you believe. You're going to see it the way you want it to.
Exactly. And I know, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna post it just as is, so I know what I'm gonna see. And conversation is not this deep. It is, man. It is, because I'm not gonna sit here and continue to feed into this. Because if I pay my $60 or whatever the game costs and actually, commit to it and promote it and post about it, that's the games that I'm talking about. These are the things I'm talking about. It shouldn't go to video games. Video games is a way to escape, just like most people have said in my comment section. But how can you escape if they're pushing the fucking ideology on me? You can't escape it if this is what's going on in the video game industry as well as in our real life day-to-day, commutes and stuff like that. So vote with your wallet. Exactly, man. I've been telling people this all the time, man. The only way to get through to somebody is through their wallet. That's the only way. So thank you guys for coming through. I really appreciate you.
No problem, man.
For this, man. This was good. This was a great segue to the real issues, man. The real issues. Look at it at a broadest perspective, and don't sit there and be ignorant to what's going on, man. We showed the video, and I said I have not seen this video, and I'm gonna say it in Islamic, wallahi, most people know that means on God, I did not see that video. And look, I told you it's not gonna be not one black guy in there, not one black woman in there, nothing. And I was right. I didn't see it. Nobody's here. Nobody's black. Nobody's white. I mean, they're all white. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here, man. I'm gonna transition over to another game. I'm not gonna end the stream. You ended your stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna host you up, man. I got stuff to do, but
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
No problem, man.
All right, guys. If you are watching this video, please remember to smash the like, hit the sub if you're new to the channel. Go check out my man Preach. His link will be in the description below. Also go follow him on Twitter. I'm on Twitter as well because he posts some real shit on Twitter. Post his Twitter link as well, his YouTube link as well. But will be his Twitch link will be on top. But definitely go check him out. He's also on Facebook Gaming. If you do watch Facebook Gaming, he's there playing different games. So check him out there as well. Right. I love you all. Thank you so much. It's your boy Mr. Meme. I'm out. Peace.
Fighting the bad guys. They're the bad guys. You fuck anything and anyone. Come here, give me a kiss. Come here. Come here. Hey. Hey, fuck you, man! Who put this thing together? Me! That's who!